This is my iPod Touch, and you may possibly have an iPod Touch 2, and possibly an iPhone, possibly some other iPod, and you probably have some kind of case for it. Most people do. But what if you need more protection than what your current case can offer? If you're in that situation, then you might be interested in this. This is, although it may not look like one, an iPod case. This is the Armor series for the second generation iPod from OtterBox. Yes, this will protect your iPod. I'll explain like what the case is on the case, what it's made up of. First of all, it has this tab thing at the top that you can open, and then you can put your iPod inside. It's made of a very strong plastic material. It's not the most stylish case I've ever seen. This is not meant to be used on a day-to-day basis. You wouldn't really want to walk around with that, but that's not really the idea of it. This is to protect your iPod. So, to get your iPod in, I was surprised. It's really easy. I thought it would be somewhat difficult since it offers so much protection. I thought it would be harder than that. In there you can just see it shine a bit. It's got a jack, similar to what's on the end of your earphones or headphones, and that goes into the jack on the bottom of the iPod, and it has an external one on the outside of the case. So get your iPod out just as easily, which is great because you would want to be able to take it out to sync it, and when you finished using this, because you wouldn't want to keep your iPod in this all the time. You can't access the other port on the bottom to connect your iPod to your Mac or PC to charge and sync it, and you can't access the sleep button on the top or the volume controls on the side. But if that's the way it needs to be to protect the iPod, then I'm not complaining. You can still press the home button, but the home button is covered, which protects that a little bit, and the actual screen, you can hear that, is covered by this protective membrane plastic. I really don't know what it is, but it's strong. I can flick that as hard as I can. That's not going to break. The screen is completely covered, but I can still use it. And yeah, you have to press down harder, but it doesn't make it impossible to use. I could still play a game on here. And when you have your iPod in, you can still use it. You have to apply a little bit more pressure, but you can still use it perfectly well. One problem I have found with this is that when you have your iPod in there and you go to close it, it sort of clips the sleep button slightly and presses it, and over time, I'm not sure how badly it's hitting it, but it is a bit of a problem to me, at least. On the back, it's got an engraved OtterBox logo. It'll be hard to see that on the camera because it's just this engraved thing. It says OtterBox, and it has a removable clip. This easily comes off like that, but when it's on, it's not going to fall off. So you don't have to worry about your iPod or the actual case falling off the clip. So you can clip that onto your belt or your trousers or whatever you're wearing at the time. You can also use this as a cable management feature, which is a nice thing about it. You could somehow wrap you can wrap your earphones around there. I've never actually tried this, but I suppose you could just do that. Yeah, it works. One thing I did like about the clip though is the end is actually curled round. You can see that there. Probably not, but it goes round like that, which means it clips and grips whatever it's attached to, so it's not going to fall off if you're running, if you're riding a bike, whatever. It's not going to come off. Right, another problem I've had with this, there's a few negative things I've found about it. Don't get the wrong idea though, I think this is a great case. Another problem I've had is between the iPod and the protective thing over the screen on the case. I've had like a condensation effect. I'm not sure if that's got something to do with the screen protector I'm currently using on this, or if it's just a problem with the case. But I did actually get a tip from OtterBox, from Kelly Richardson, so I must thank her for sending me this case. A tip on how to avoid this problem. I wanted to give you a tip about the condensation effect, so I thought I would... by the way, I already recorded this video, but there's a few things I missed out and I thought I'll record it again and I can get a better quality this time. Right, it will go away with more use, so over time you'll notice it less and it'll get better. But if you're looking for a quick fix to it, so if you want to get this case or have this case and have this problem, use a light puff of baby powder on the case screen. Another good thing about this case is that it holds the iPod upside down. Now that may not make any sense to you now, like, Jake, why is that a good thing? Well, if you've got your iPod in the case, when you actually think about it, it makes sense because it needs to be upside down. If I put my iPod in like that and close it, if you have it clipped on to whatever you're wearing, like that, and say you want to change the current track you're listening to, you can just lean over and you can see it and use it. You don't, because doing that, it's the right way around for me. Like that, I can see it and use it normally. The corners of this case are slightly rounded, so there's no sharp bits, so that's good. Because whatever you may be doing, you don't want to be getting hurt by your iPod case. Although I'll get to that in a minute. The case is surprisingly light. If you look at that, that doesn't look like that looks like it's going to be a heavy case, but it's really, really light for being so protective and tough. It feels really strong. Like, seriously, if you've got your iPod in this, it will be protected. It's everything proof, basically. Bump proof, shock proof, dust proof. It's even waterproof. But it's not recommended for scuba diving because it's probably the pressure would be too much for it. It's waterproof up to 3 feet for 30 minutes, according to OtterBox. If you need your iPod protecting from, maybe you might be dropping it, might be getting hit against something, whatever protection is needed, then I highly recommend this case. So again, this is the case for the iPod Touch 2G. You can get the Armor series for some other iPods too, and the iPhone, I think. You'll have to check the OtterBox website for the full details and all the devices that it supports and that it's compatible with. So OtterBox.com, you might be able to see in the back, OtterBox.com. That's where you can find their website and find out more information about this case. So that's their website. I also have a website. You probably know that by now though. You can find me, my live stream 24/7, not me 24/7, just the live stream. I'm only here some of the time. You can find the live chat, that's 24/7 with people in a lot of the time. There's generally people in all of the time. You can find that, my blog and more at jackie.com. Thanks for watching.